Get out! Bro, push her, push her! Push her! Holy bro. Holy there's a lady there. She's trying to get the fire out. She's... Holy bro.
Young men stepping up to help save the life of an elderly lady. Now that is what I like to see. Good job, boys. What up, all you good people out there, and welcome back for a brand new episode. I know we usually dive into some strange TikToks, but this video is going to be a little bit different. With the devastating wildfires currently raging through California, I wanted to react to TikToks that truly show us what's happening. With all that being said, let's jump right back into it.
This is what's going on. I live on the corner of Runyon and I don't live for Fuller and Franklin. People are evacuating. We're at a gridlock. There's a fire right here. This is Runyon Canyon on fire. This happened maybe 20-30 minutes ago.
Here that one home is on fire, and right over here, Joab, you can see more people coming with their horses. They're trying to rescue their animals. Can you imagine just, oh my goodness, these embers flying everywhere. Hi there. How many more horses do you have?
We have a couple we just let loose over there. We're trying to get as many as we can out. Yeah.
Are any homes out there on fire?
Honestly, I did not pay attention. I just drove straight to the barn to get my horses out and get the rest of these guys out. We're not just going to let them burn.
We got a bunch out with trailers, and there's a bunch in there still. How many more? We don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many. How many did you let out?
We took about 4 of them in trailers, 2 in the separate trailers, 3 in another one. So there should be at least maybe 12 plus.
About 12? Are there more people out there right now?
It's a whole bar.
Look down and down to get these out. I got, let's see. So there's 4, 2, 3, what is that, 9? How many before that? 11, 12. There's 12. Yeah, no, they're pretty wired up. They're getting used to it. They're getting used to it now, but when the wind's blowing and the embers are, they don't really know what to do. Have you seen anything like this? Look at that hillside. Yeah, I've rescued before. Yeah? Yeah. Please be safe. Yeah, thank you. You be safe too. Yeah. I think, Joab, we're going to have to end up moving because I could see all of the firefighters that were stationed at this location and the police officers. They already left.
I don't understand why they think it's okay to be doing these interviews while people are actively trying to evacuate. Just report on the situation and let the people go on their way.
When a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply.
Did they fail you?
Yes.
Chief Kristen Crowley.
Check this out. This was part of the car. Turned into liquid. Then it just hardened once it cooled. Jesus.
Aluminum has a pretty low melting point compared to a lot of other metals, but yeah, car parts melted to the road is pretty wild to see.
No water in the Palisades. The infrastructure has been a big problem around here, and where we should spend the money. I do have a difference with that.
Yeah.
And
well,
the mayor coming back, I'm sure she got on the first plane coming back, but having nothing to say once she got here. I don't know if that was edited like that, but
yeah, not a good
look.
look.
You got to hit the ground running.
Right.
All of the old town, the iconic Old Town. Sorry. It's gone. I mean, same as gunmetal hit me in a while. You know, it took my wife and I almost 40 years to put it together, but it's the way it is, so we'll go on.
Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected, so you fire away. No pun intended.
Indeed. Thank you, Mr. President, and also for the work that everyone around this table has been doing.
My name is Mickey Mays, and the government is lighting LA on fire.
Is your house the house behind it?
My house is behind these houses on fire.
Hopefully they save your house, man.
If they get this flame out, my house is safe. If they don't get this flame out, my house is done.
And your house is like directly behind it, or?
It's I wouldn't. Our backyards don't touch, but my house would be the series of houses right behind this fire.
We waited as long as we could, but it is time to go. We're working on evacuating my grandparents and all of the animals. We're putting everybody just down the street at a different house, but we are way in line with the line of fire, so we gotta get out of here.
Ready to go? Yeah, it's time to leave.
Good job, baby. Evacuation clean. Yeah. Want to pepper? Oh, tasty. Good boy. Yay! Good job. Good job. Good boy. Nice job. Ready? Such a douche. Did Grandma lock a leader? No, they're coming to your house. I went over there and I said, we're all dead. Oh, the space. That's okay. Nice and slow. And then, yeah. There we go. Watch your fingers, man. And then we push him this way. And then, go. Amazing. All right.
He does not seem to appreciate the urgency of the situation. Screw that mess. I'd pick little bro up and start running.
This is what's going on. I live on the corner of Runyon and I don't live at Fuller and Franklin. People are evacuating. We're at a gridlock. There's a fire right here. This is Runyon Canyon on fire. This happened maybe 20, 30 minutes ago.
As you guys could see, everything is being blocked off. But what you guys could really see here is that we have the military, we got cops, we have FBI agents. What do you think is going on here? You tell me. They won't let us in our house. And man, this shit's getting fucking weird, let's be honest. There's some different shit out here in Cali.
These fires done got all the animals coming down the hill. This rabbit don't know where he is right now. You are on Pico and La Brea.
What we're doing today. Actively shutting off the gas to these homes.
Listen to this. Oh my God, that stinks. Watch yourself.
Electrical wires everywhere and shit.
Watch yourself. Come off. There you go. Nice. Nicely done.
Dozens of these gas
Look at this.
leaks have shut off today.
We are looking at Skyfox over the Hollywood Hills. So during the time that press conference happened, there was a new fire that broke out in the Hollywood Hills. It was so dramatic that Kristen Crowley, the LAFD fire chief, had to leave the press conference to work with her crews on strategizing how to try to put this fire out, or at least contain the damage of it before it hits all of the homes that are nearby. So this is called the Sunset Fire. So we're now looking at the Sunset Fire, the Palisades Fire, the Eaton Fire, and the Hirsch Fire, all burning right now in Southern California. Some smaller fires burning as well, but this one is moving real fast, Marla.
Yeah, it's reported at 20 acres. I'll repeat myself and say, you know how quickly these things can get out of control. LAFD, obviously the lead agency, and there's word that with the close vicinity of homes in the Runyon Canyon area, that this could be threatening those homes imminently within 5 to 10 minutes if they're not already. So this has grown in size since we first got eyes on it, with Skyfox flying high above within the last 10 minutes or so, and it's quickly grown. We've seen some water drops, which is always a good thing. So there are aircraft flying above and dropping some water on it, but at this point that doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
This is a real text that I just received from a friend of mine about the fires. I'm not going to cry because I got torn apart for my last TikTok video where I cried about my house maybe burning down. I'll spare you. She's on a plane and I said, you know, do you want me to go to your house and get stuff out? Like things that you can't replace. I'll go right now, even though the area is evacuated. She wrote back, you can't get in. Topanga's barricaded. The back way we use is being guarded by fire trucks now because some of the neighbors caught a guy setting more fires on the back of our hill. They chased him away. They called 911. I think they caught the guy recently in Woodland Hills trying to put gasoline in sewers. It's happening all over. Okay, happy to talk about climate change. I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand enough about it to weigh in. I think this is also a mental illness crisis. And what do you say, oft? What do you say, unalived? When someone unalives someone, I'm the first person to go, I'd like to hear their side of the story. I'm sure they should be in jail, but like, I just want to hear their side of the story. Arsonists. I don't need to hear your side of the story. Your story sucks.
Man, people are really downing this lady for crying about losing her home. I don't care if they're capable of replacing it or not. It's still their home. Their safe space where all their memories are. Like, it's okay to grieve for that.
Guys, it's now 9:10 p.m. I'm just spraying down the house a little bit, and then I'm gonna leave in about a couple minutes right now. This fire is getting intense and it's getting down to the houses. Wish us luck, guys.
Okay, we're hearing of a new fire possibly in the West Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles. We're getting these photos in. My dad's actually sending these just moments ago. This thing just starting up, it seems, within the past few moments here. We're talking roughly 3 p.m. Pacific time. Fox 11 Los Angeles is also above this. We're looking at their live images in the newsroom right now. They're above this thing. Again, very early information, and we're seeing a little bit of these aerial efforts to try and stop this thing as it begins to pick up steam. Again, this is in the West Hills area. There's a lot of brush to burn in this region. Keep you posted all night. We're on air for the rest of the evening, along with Fox 11 Los Angeles. We'll keep you posted throughout the night.
Did y'all notice this on the Golden Globes hosted in Los Angeles on Sunday?
And the acceptance speeches have been on fire. Who got shouted out the most? Let's look at the numbers. All right, cast and crew are leading the way with 11 mentions. Moms are holding strong with 3 shout-outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions. And Mario Lopez, host of Access Hollywood, 1. All right. No surprise in this godless town.
Then, 2 days later, wildfires break out and ravage LA, decimating tens of thousands of acres, multiple fatalities, thousands of homes completely destroyed.
Wow, I don't watch the Golden Globes, but I can't believe she really said that. Why do all these celebrities hate Christianity so much?
What's happening in California is a true tragedy. The biggest homes, some of the most valuable homes in the world are just destroyed. I don't even know, you talk about a tax base. If those people leave, you're going to lose half your tax base of California. This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. They don't have water. And yet they have, the water comes from, you know where? Up north. And it comes down at levels, they get millions and millions of barrels of gallons of water that they have, and they send it out into the Pacific. For the Pacific, it's like a drop, it's nothing. But for California, it would take care of the whole state. So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him when he was governor. We worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it. But what happened there, I don't think there's anything that I've ever seen quite like it. And the insurance companies are going to have a big problem, because you're talking about big, big dollars.
For 38 years, he's been paying homeowners insurance. Always on time. This is a responsible man, a solid guy, family guy. He says, just last week, this is before the fires, I got a notice last week that they are dropping my coverage, okay? That they're dropping my coverage last week. Now, I'm not going to give the insurance companies names. All I'm telling you is, there's a lot of names, State Farm, Farmers, Liberty. There's a bunch of them that you can go through that are out there that are dropping it. Allstate. It's all over the place, right? That this is a real story that's going on.
These people are losing everything they own and they can't even claim insurance on it. What? Come on, please tell me this is not true.
I think it's arson. Look at Ventura County.
We're riding.
Right on the border of LA.
Smoke. Find this.
Right in the hills.
In Hill Canyon, someone dumped their ash here, and it is about to ignite. We got crazy winds. Hill Canyon. Unbelievable.
These are the hills right behind my house.
She came in last night telling me, she was saying, hey,
get up, get up, get up. And I just laid there because I'm used to going through tragedy living in California 30 years, right? But I just took it for granted. And then at 3:35, she said, we got to go. We get out at 3:35 this morning. We're driving down the street. We pass a fire about half a block away from our home. And when we passed that fire, I'm nervous because the fire hadn't gotten north of, it hadn't gotten west of Lake. And we're west of Lake. So it hadn't gotten there. So I'm thinking, track down the fireman, tell him, he goes up there, comes back, they don't do anything. And so then we sit in the house all night, and now we're back, but we come back about 8 o'clock, and we see that everything has burned up. The house is totally engulfed in flame, have a secondary home behind it, it's gone. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone. And I didn't take it serious, so I didn't grab anything because I'm like, okay, we're going to be all right.
I don't know, Mommy. I'm fucking gone. We're gonna go to Kate's, okay?
Seeing that poor lady running with her cat in her hands like that breaks my heart.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay, everyone. It's okay. That's just the sprinklers going. It's all okay.
They're all looking around like, we trust you, woman, but this is still weird.
The lady that cut the funding from the f***ing fire hydrants.
Karen Bass.
Yeah. Fire her.
They have no water.
They actually have no water?
No, I actually asked him, this guy right here. I
Yeah.
said, how do you have no water? He said, we have no water.
Oh my God.
We have nothing. Put him down. He's starting a fire. We need to get that from him. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down right now. Put it down.
He started the West Hills fire because that was started at a parking lot. He's going to come over here and light up this area.
Oh my gosh. No, this is crazy. I can't even believe it. Because I'm like
a 30-year-old guy, you know.
Crazy. Because I'm like, how does a fire jump literal cities?
I know. I can understand there, but all the way over
exactly.
to West Hills,
that doesn't make any sense. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for letting me know, guys.
Yeah.
As we came on the air, I just got a text from a friend who said every single person she knows in Pacific Palisades lost their home. This is a challenging environment to be in, but as I have said before, we are doing this because it is critically important. We are seeing a destructive fire like we have never seen here in Southern California, and we want to be here to talk about it with you, especially because for so many of us, this is hitting incredibly close to home. We have several of us throughout ABC that are evacuated right now, people that have lost homes, their family members have lost homes, and it's burning in communities that we consider our own, right? I used to live not that far. My boys were babies when we were here, and so I have memories of them being babies. And in fact, they used to do a farmer's market as these fire trucks are rolling through. They used to do a farmer's market right over there, and I have these memories of them in a stroller. This restaurant that you're seeing behind me here, this is Casa Nostra, and this restaurant used to make what my mother-in-law considered her very favorite spinach gnocchi with tomato sauce. So there are really personal memories, and this is impacting everybody in a huge way, and it is so far from over because you can tell just from where I'm standing that the wind is strong. I'm seeing flames over here to my right still. I know you didn't have to evacuate yet, right? But as you make those plans, when you have your animals, there's all kinds of challenges that sometimes you don't think about until you're in that moment.
There are all these factors you have to think about, right?
personal safety, your animal safety, the food, how you carry them, where you're going to go, how you're going to keep them. Will a hotel, if you have to stay in one, or a shelter, allow you to stay with them? So it's super complicated. And, you know, yesterday we found ourselves, like you, planning to evacuate. We didn't have to, but the kids had to get a go bag ready. And I was a little frazzled, I admit. Like, I talk about this all the time on air. I kind of always have my go bag, but when it has to be all of your earthly possessions, it's much more complicated, doubly so when it's your loved ones who can't talk and it's your pets.
This is not Maui. I know that that is hard to believe, but this is not Lahaina. This is the Pacific Palisades, the aftermath after the Palisades fire, which is still 0% contained. This is drone footage of a neighborhood in between Santa Monica and Malibu. And as you can see here, the whole entire neighborhood is decimated. There is not one house standing. There is not one tree standing. Everything is charred to a crisp, just like Maui. And I'm starting to think that it's in the government playbook that every time there's a disaster in the United States, that is a cue to give more money to Ukraine. Today it was announced that Biden is going to give a final $500 million to Ukraine in military aid. I also learned today that the United States Agency for International Development, the USAID, an independent federal agency, has funded Ukraine with 16 fire departments with gear and rescue tools. Meanwhile, California has no water in the hydrants, and we are just left behind. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be offered a $750 check from FEMA.
Man, how did everything burn down except for those trees? I mean, you would think that they would be burned to the ground as well, but I guess not.
Your home did survive. How did you manage to do that?
I was able to, after the last brush fires that got close to us a couple years ago, I bought these cheap sprinklers, the ones that wave back and forth, and bought hoses, had them ready, popped them up on my roof, turned them on. I sprayed down a fire retardant on the side of my house, and I left. Got out with my family. I got trapped by the flames going down Sunset. It was difficult. It was like Afghanistan type difficult. But what happened is, because I had those sprinklers up there, the flames came down the hill, and you could see from where the sprinklers arced in the backyard that the flames came right up to that water and stopped.
Joel, they're turning around. Riverside County, please stop. Here we have a fire truck showing up. Maybe they're gonna. Maybe they're gonna come and help. All right.
And this is incredible, given, Michelle, you said you hadn't seen resources all morning.
We have a water tender here that just arrived. So I believe the father and son are on the roof. We have not met them yet because they've been fighting this fire here, but this is the home next door that is up in flames, and there's really a lot of homes on Sinaloa that just been destroyed. We have the homeowner right here. Sir, what's your name?
Eric Fiedler.
Eric, we were just watching. Is that your son, sir?
Yeah, that's my son, Chris.
Oh my goodness, what time did you guys make it back to your house?
We just got here about 30 minutes ago, and I thought everything would be fine, but the two houses to the left and everything to the north of us is just toast, and our neighbors were on our roof helping.
I know, the Rogers, we were here from the early morning. We were the first one to come in.
God.
Joel even got a water hose too.
I saw him. Thank you. You were awesome. He was on the roof.
He had one hand with the water hose and one hand with the camera. We saw them pass by. We thought they were going to keep going, but they whipped around because some of the neighbors were pleading, stop.
Yeah. We were staying in Laverne with my mom's parents. I woke up about 6:45 this morning. I checked the news and found out it had come down to Brayburn, so my dad and I just jumped in the truck and came right home.
Hey guys, welcome to my crib. Come over here. We can barbecue. Come over here. We could light a fire, but as you see, we already have one back here. Hungry? Grab an orange. And that's my crib. Thanks for coming.
Hey, dark humor can really help keep some people sane for sure. You gotta love Gen Z though for never being too serious.
What in the world was that? Watching Fox News coverage of the Eaton fire, there is this light that goes from the fire, as you can see here, and it zips across the screen out of range. I don't know what we all just witnessed. I wasn't the only one that saw it. There are many other people online that have screen recorded this. It is super weird. Did you see it? What do you think it is?
Could be a propane tank, maybe. I mean, they do turn into missiles sometimes when they ignite.
Oh, the fires are still burning, but just moments ago we had the smoke clear, and what we're seeing is just heart-wrenching. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. I've covered the earthquakes, I've covered every fire here in Los Angeles for the last 40 years, and I've never seen this type of devastation. Now, this is off of Sunset and Temescal Canyon and Pacific Palisades, and look at this. I mean, war zone. It looks like a war zone. It looks like it was bombed. Every single home in this area is lost.
As I'm coming down the middle of the night, no lights, I didn't know where it was on PCH because all of the landmarks are gone. You don't know what street you've crossed. You don't know which house you've passed. It's just done. It's all done. You don't, let's see, you feel a little guilty if your house is still standing, kind of, but you're also happy, and it's not the house, it's just stuff in your house. And it's the house. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, are these houses going to stay? This is the only houses. And where do people go to school? And we spend our lives in the Palisades. There are no Palisades. It's the Pacific Palisades right now could just be taken off the map. There is no Pacific Palisades.
I completely understand why he feels guilty. If all the other houses in the neighborhood burned down except for mine, I probably would too.
Chris Brown went on his Instagram and said this. Y'all can see what he said. So I'm not crazy, right? And remember, he's in the Los Angeles area. He also said, make sure y'all throw a ceremony or a parade for these firefighters and first responders after this. Yes, y'all. We must all do that. DDG even chimes in. Listen to this, y'all.
Me, I'm just saying it's just a little weird that it's happening in so many different rich areas. And I know it's people that's not rich that also got affected, but the areas that it's happening in, it should not be happening in. Like Pacific Palisades is right next to the ocean. Bro, these areas, it ain't supposed to be happening. You feel me? West Hollywood is out of control. This is the city. Literally don't make no logical sense to me. I'm like, bro, why is Hollywood? The Hollywood sign is on fire right now. Kid you not. How?
Are you evacuating? Are you okay? Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Yeah, I just leave my car right there.
Where's your car?
The cop saying you have to leave, and I leave my car right there because.
So, what happened?
There's a lot of fire right there. That's why the people coming. We leave the car. And
they said to get out of your car? Okay. Did they tell you to get out of your car? All right.
we had to,
people walking down the street
because the fire came right down to the road, and the fire department came up and said, get out of your cars now, because the fires were right up against the cars.
Comes another group of people. Hi. Were you guys told to get out of your cars as well? How far up were you?
At the corner of Palisades Drive and Sunset. We had a cars.
Okay, and did you see, I can walk with you, did you see the flames coming?
Oh yeah, yeah. The home tree was on fire at the corner. Oh, so it's really bad.
All right, where are you headed now?
I think towards the water. Probably.
Okay, all right. And how close were the flames to your home? What happened?
Right there, it's right there, the flame, I mean, it's right there, right now. It's on the side of the hill. We don't know what's going on. So we can see the home from the sunset. So.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Stay put, I think so. All right, so it's kind of chaotic here, to say the least. We've got people jumping into cars. Were told up the road to get out of their car. So people are stepping in and helping. Sir, they want you to get in the car. You can keep going. Do you know them?
Yes, they're my neighbors.
Okay. And so you're helping out, saying this is an evacuation order, get down toward the beach. They've repeated it several times. You see all these cars, the police cars clearing people out, shouting on the loudspeakers to get out. You can see on the side of the roads, people walking down, covering their faces. So something's happening right above us. I think the fire is just right there, but again, I can't read the sign, and my IFB has fallen out of my ear again. But again, very scary situation here. Very, very windy. Now they're turning around, going back that way. But here's some more people. It looks like they had to evacuate quickly. No? Okay.
Imagine abandoning everything you own, literally choking on smoke, and the first person you see is a news reporter hounding you with questions. Like, what the hell?
You guys, this LA fire tragedy is worse than you can imagine. It's apocalyptic. I was there yesterday. I saw it firsthand. I have friends who lost everything, returned to their homes to find them gone, eviscerated, just a plot of land. To everyone on the ground, the first responders, the military, the firefighters, heroes, thank you. Thank you on behalf of me. Thank you on behalf of everyone watching. I'm going to post links here. Guys, if you can contribute and try to send your strength and energy to LA. I know it's not enough, but we're going to try to help where we can. LA, we're rooting for you. Hang in there.
Logan Paul asking poor people to donate to help. Why don't you donate, bro? You're the one with millions.
Let's think about this now. What's going to happen next? Well, over 10,000 structures. Think about 10,000 structures have burnt down to the ground in Los Angeles. That's houses, schools, businesses, 10,000 structures. Now, before the insurance companies pay a dime, they have to send adjusters out to every single structure to inspect the structure and write up a report. Trust me, I've been through this. And then send it back to the insurance company. And then the insurance company will decide what it's going to pay out, when it's going to pay out. And you better hope they never find an arsonist responsible for these fires, because that'll give the insurance companies a perfect out. Oh, it's not an act of God. Oh, we don't cover that. So once the reports get back to the insurance companies, then they got to decide who gets what and when. When's that going to happen? How long is that going to take? Then all the 10,000 structures, they have to remove all the debris. They don't have the crews to remove the debris in a timely fashion. How long is that going to take? And suppose you own a house that's worth, you bought it for $600,000 and now it's worth $2 million and that's what it's going to cost to rebuild it. And the insurance company decides, okay, we're going to cover the cost of the rebuild. And when is that going to happen? You know, there's only so many construction crews, and they're going to be working at a premium, and they're going to be working on their schedules. It's a horrific situation. You're looking at years to recover from this.
Some of Hollywood's biggest celebrities' homes have been burned to the ground in the apocalyptic Los Angeles wildfires. Anthony Hopkins' home is gone, as the devastating photos show the house before and after the recent wildfires. John Goodman's house has been completely destroyed, and all that now remains is his backyard pool. Miles Teller's $7.5 million dream home is another building which is now entirely wiped out. Paris Hilton says she watched her home burn to the ground on live TV, while Matthew Perry's home has been engulfed and Harrison Ford was forced to evacuate. The list continues to grow as Eugene Levy, Billy Crystal, and Adam Brody are also among those whose homes are destroyed, while dozens of other stars now face an anxious wait alongside their neighbors to learn if anything could be saved and to pick up the pieces of their multi-million-dollar homes.
I'm sure a lot of people are out there like, why show any sympathy for the rich? But rich or poor, suffering is suffering. My heart goes out to all the people who's been affected by these wildfires. Alright, my good people, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here. Hopefully this episode gave you a better look at what's happening with the wildfires out in California. Before you roll out though, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. My heart goes out to all those who have lost their homes, loved ones, or been impacted in any kind of way. Stay strong and just know that there are people out here who care and want to help. Alright, take care out there, my good people, and I'll see you all in the next episode.